My name is Margaret Oloko, a professor of business administration with an emphasis in global business management, marketing and strategic management. I am a faculty member at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, that's in Kenya. And I am also a former dean of the School of Business. First of all, I want to look at the women in terms of what role they have in the society. We know that women play such a critical role, and the leadership of women has actually been tested and found to be exemplary. Women are amazing beings. They juggle through many roles. They are the wives, they are the mothers, they are the directors, the administrators, the disciplinarians, the business people, the teachers. Women are everywhere. And sometimes we find women-led homes. That means that they are the providers. Apart from being just the usual caregivers, they provide for their families and they provide direction for their families. So their role is so critical, starting from the family and also to the country at large. Now, it is very, very important to note that the population of women, especially in Africa or maybe the whole world, women constitute more than 50% of a continent's decision or the world's population. And so if it's about 50% or more, maybe it could be 50 plus. And we find that they are not part of decision-making in organizations. This means that 50% are left out in decision-making, right? And this is because of certain cultural orientations that limit their being there. And we look at the cultural backgrounds in such a way that it limits their decision-making. It rates the women as second rate to men, even where women can be able to do better. They are seen as those who cannot. And many times, if you are competing for a job with a male counterpart, you're gonna have to work harder than your male counterpart. And this is really something that's very, very unfortunate. And the other greatest obstacle is the gender inequality. We find that women are not represented in most decision-making places, in government, in politics, even in organizations. If you look around, women CEOs are very few. And the Global Gender Report, I think that must have been of 2020, says that it's going to take 135 years to get to gender equality. I'm wondering how many of us will be willing to wait 135 years. Where will we be? And what does this mean? So it basically means that for women to achieve their potential in terms of what they play in the society, the role that they play, I've said that they juggle many roles. And they're perfect. We just saw a case of, after the COVID hit, many women were reduced to caregivers. They lost their jobs, but at the same time, they were able to perfect the role of being a caregiver perfectly well, exemplary. So women can actually do well. So the question we are asking is, how can the continent of Africa or the whole world succeed without women involvement in terms of decision making? And that is something that the continent should worry about, right? And the fact that women make up more than or just about half the population. If we don't include them, if they're not included, then it means that maybe half of the whole is missing. So we are only operating on half. That is not a very good scenario for the country, for the continent, and the whole world, right? And so if I go to the specific question like, why is it important for women to know about leadership. First of all, who they are makes them leaders. Women are leaders, and they need these the 4 pillars of leadership like never before. They need to lead in the right way. And I think it is just an important thing that women are given an opportunity to experience better lives in terms of leading themselves and leading the others. In fact, someone said that if you took a girl to school, you are educating the whole community. If you took a man to school, you only educated an individual. So the women have some kind of a ripple effect in what they can contribute in terms of their contribution to the society. And that's really, really very important. And also that they can also be part and parcel of decision making, not to be looked at and be seen and not have a voice in terms of really what affects them in the society. Okay.